My friend Howard is under his wife's thumb, completely, and before anyone complains that this is an old-fashioned thing to say, save your breath. I'm an old-fashioned man. I like beer cold, steak hot, and grown men making at least some of their own decisions. Howard fails on number 3. Last year, 6 of us were watching the Champions League final at my place. 2-2. 4 minutes left. Nobody was sitting. Then Howard's phone rang. Ursula. He answered. Hi. Now. Okay. He stood up and reached for his jacket. Where are you going? Home. Why? Ursula says I've been out long enough. 3 minutes left in the Champions League final. No emergency. No sick relative. No burning house. Ursula had simply decided Howard had enjoyed himself enough for one evening, and Howard went home. The winning goal came 2 minutes later. That's Howard. He's a nice man. Very nice. We used to call men like Howard henpecked. These days, I believe the word is whipped. Either way, Howard qualifies. Possibly too nice to operate without supervision. If you say you're cold, Howard gives you his jacket. If Ursula says she's cold, Howard checks the boiler. Ursula spotted this quality years ago. She doesn't ask Howard to vacuum. She announces that the floor is dirty. She doesn't ask him to cut the hedge. That hedge is embarrassing. Howard gets the clippers. She once looked at their kitchen after dinner and said, I'm not waking up to this. Then she went upstairs. Howard cleaned the kitchen. I asked him why. He looked confused. Well, it was dirty. That's the level we're working with. Ursula believes in modern equality. Howard cooks, shops, vacuums, cleans the bathroom, washes the windows, and takes both cars for service. Ursula carries the mental load. I've never seen it, but apparently it's too heavy to carry groceries with. Their social calendar belongs to Ursula too. Beer Friday, Howard. I'll ask Ursula. Sometimes I wonder whether Howard knows his own address or just follows her home. Ursula doesn't think she's bossy. She's organized. Howard isn't obedient. He's easygoing. It's a beautiful system. One gets what she wants. The other gets flattering adjectives. Last year, Ursula wanted a new sofa. Howard liked the old one. A week later, it was gone. I thought you liked the old sofa. I did. So why replace it? Ursula didn't like it. There are conversations where you understand how empires are built. Still, Howard never complains. If I call Ursula bossy, he says she's decisive. If I tell him to stand up for himself, he asks, what for? What for? 2 words that may have saved his marriage and destroyed his dignity. Last Sunday I visited them. Ursula was on the sofa reading a magazine. Howard was vacuuming. He was wearing an apron. An apron. Ursula looked up. Howard, you missed a bit. Where? She pointed. Howard vacuumed it. Then she returned to her magazine. And the kitchen needs doing. Okay, I couldn't help myself. Howard. Does she ever do anything around here? Ursula lowered the magazine. Howard looked at me. Then he said, "She married me." They both laughed. I didn't. I'm still not sure it was a joke. Howard asked if I wanted to stay for dinner. He was making lasagna. Of course he was. They'd been married for 28 years. I managed 11. My ex-wife said I was stubborn, selfish, and impossible to live with. I said marriage shouldn't require a man to surrender. In the end, we found something we agreed on: divorce. So I still think Howard is henpecked. I still think Ursula is bossy. And I still think a grown man should occasionally know how to say no. Howard disagrees. But then Howard agrees with almost everyone, especially Ursula. Maybe that's why they've lasted 28 years. Maybe it isn't. Marriage doesn't suit everyone. Howard seems made for it. Me? Apparently not.